Hello and welcome to Yoga TX. My name is Crystal. Today I've got a calming wind down yin practice, if you will. Not a ton of poses, but we'll hold them for a few minutes at a time. This is a great way to reset or just settle in after a long day, maybe after you've been seated or not. If you just had a long day on your feet, this is also great practice. Anytime practice, as long as you're needing to just calm down and revive your nervous system. That being said, I like lots of props. So I recommend 2 blocks and a bolster. If you don't have those, you can also use like a couch pillow and stuff like that. You'll figure something out. I believe in you. We're going to start in a seated cobbler's pose. And what that is soles of the feet together, knees wide. You can kind of adjust your seat so that you come up onto your sits bones. So some people will say kind of remove your fleshy bits from behind you. And then I really like stacked blocks in front of me. But first we'll start with 3 breaths together. So adjust your heels if you need to. This will be more intense if your heels are closer to you, less intense if they're farther away. So find what feels like a good place to start and know that we'll have a few minutes in this pose so you can adjust as we go. Grab onto your ankles and then inhale, puff up your heart. And as you exhale, send your heart toward your big toes. So keep lots of length through the spine. We'll take 2 breaths like this together before finding stillness. Inhale, find length, lift your crown. Exhale, heart toward your big toes. And one more like that. Inhale. And exhale, heart towards your big toes. And now we can be still. Your head can dangle in space. You might let your chin tuck towards your chest. If it feels good, you can also invite in a little bit of a sway, shifting side to side. Hands can come off your ankles at this point if that doesn't feel supportive. Or if you want that support for your head, you'll bring a block or stacked blocks underneath your forehead. I'll go quiet so you can turn inwards. But know that any of these adjustments, movements are welcome to you as we hang out in our seated cobbler's pose. Let's take 3 more rounds of breath here. And then use your hands to assist pressing back up, so take any work out of it. Then as you come upright, maybe circle out your neck, or you can think about leaning ear to shoulder, like half circles. You can also opt to tuck chin to chest and then bring ear to shoulder. Sending some motion back into your neck. Right, our next pose is a Dragonfly side stretch. So different from Dragonfly in a Vinyasa class. We'll take our feet wide. Now, if your feet aren't super wide, if they're more like a tiny That's okay. Adjust as you need. And then this will be a side stretch. So what I like to do is sometimes I'll bring my bolster just on top of my leg. I'm gonna lean to my right first. And then rest elbow on the bolster. And then rest my temple into my palm. So you can stay here. If you want more side body stretch, you can also opt to drape your left arm overhead. Sometimes I'll also opt to interlace my hands around my skull. And that kind of gives my arms a little bit of support here too. Take 3 more rounds of breath. And then use your bottom hand, right hand in my case, to press yourself up. We'll just switch to the other side. Take your bolster onto opposite leg. Bend your left elbow and let your temple rest in your palm. Option, if you want more, you can drape opposite arm overhead. Maybe interlace your hands around your skull. You can let your elbow be heavy. Sometimes I will cue a little more opening, in which case we pull the elbow back in space. But since I said this is more of an end of the day or relaxing practice, let's just let the arms be heavy. Take 3 more rounds of breath. And if you have the arm draped overhead, release it. All right, we'll come into some restorative poses. These are some of my favorite. So take, and just depending on how thick your bolster is and what your blocks are made out of, you might need to adjust these. So I will take a tall block at the back of my mat and then a shorty block in front of it. And I'll place bolster over it. So I'm just making a little slide. You might have to keep adjusting these. You might not need that low block. And we'll turn away from our slide. So make sure the high end of that slide is at the back of your mat. And you have space on your mat in front of it. Let's start by bringing our tailbone to the low edge. We'll take a little bit of movement first. So windshield wipe your knees side to side. Feet are about mat width distance. And finding deer pose here. Next time your knees drop to the right, pause and then adjust your feet so that your left shin is in line with the short front edge of your mat and your right shin is in line with the long edge of your mat. Keeping legs as they are, you'll rotate your upper body to face this little slide structure, and you'll frame that structure with your hands. So right hand on the right side, left hand on the left. I like to turn one ear onto the bolster. Now, this will be less intense if I face the same way that my knees are pointing. If you want more of a twist, you can turn left ear towards the ground. It's up to you. You can always readjust. Find a position you can breathe deeply in. Three more rounds of breath. Use your hands to press yourself back up. We'll spin to face forward. And let's windshield wipe the knees again, side to side, before we do that on the left side. Next time your knees drop to the left, pause, adjust your feet, right shin parallel to the short edge, left shin parallel to the long edge. You'll frame your bolster slide with your hands and then lower your upper body onto it. Remember, you can face either direction. Take 3 more rounds of breath. And use your hands to assist pressing you upright. Whew. Sometimes I start to drool in that one. If that's the case with you, I'm right there with you. All right, windshield wipe your knees once more. And we'll keep our bolster slide behind us. And we'll lay back onto it, this time with our back or back of head to it. And then take any position with the legs that's comfortable here. So for me, I like to bring my feet mat width distance and knock my knees together. You can also extend your legs forward or find those Baddha Konasana legs, soles of feet together, knees wide. I'll get more into the hips. And then arms can kind of splay out to the sides. Turn your palms to face up. If you want, you can rock your head side to side. Kind of like you're just readjusting your skull onto your neck. You're welcome to stay right here, or I've got one more restorative pose for you. If you'd like to take it, you'll sit upright, keep your side structure where it is, but we'll turn to face the structure and use it to support our legs. So you can extend your legs up the bolster, giving them some elevation. Legs can be straight, or you can once again find those Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose, feet together, knees wide shape, and that'll give in the feet a little bit of elevation and opening of the hips. But this will be our final pose, otherwise known as Shavasana, which is supposed to be a deep resting pose. We use it at the end of every practice, whether it's a high intense practice or low and slow like this one, to absorb the work our body has done. You are welcome to stay here if you have time. Take as long as you need in Shavasana, or if you are doing this practice right before bed, feel free to just close the laptop and crawl right in. If you need to tend to other things today, start to bring some movement into your body, circle ankles, wrists. Maybe rock your head side to side. Use your next inhale to reach your arms overhead, take up space. Use your next exhale to roll to one side. You might be coming off of props. You likely will if you were in these poses. You can cradle your head with your bottom arm. Just notice what it feels like to let your weight press into the earth and have the earth support you. And start to press yourself up to a comfortable seat if you are closing out with me. Once there, stack your hands over your heart. We'll seal this practice with a breath together. Start by exhaling all your air out. Inhale, fill your lungs, breathe into your hands. Take in an extra sip at the top. And sigh it out. Thank you so much for showing up today, sharing your practice, letting me guide you. If you like what we're doing here at Yoga TX, please like and subscribe to our page. If you want to follow me personally, you can find me on Instagram. My handle is at its_Crystal. That's CRYST, 5 A's and an L. Namaste, yogis.